Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me, because we know I've had sound issues this week. Thank you. Oh, yes. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Oh, let me mute my computer because I forget that every single week. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you guys are here. This camera is a little wonky. Oh, well, there it is. Here we are. So you can see my t-shirts behind me. That was fun. Making that tutorial was pretty cool. They are difficult. Sorry, I'm looking at my computer over here. There we go. You guys can all hear me. Good morning, Karen squared, both Karens. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Emma. How are you? Ruth, good morning. You got your yarn. Good. I'm glad you saw the tutorial. I did have a rough time with the tutorials this week. There we go. Am I working? All right, good. This is going to drive me crazy. There we go. So anyway, you could see the t-shirts I got behind me. That was fun. What it was I actually put on my old t-shirt with my old logo, and I'm like, that's not going to cut it. So I decided to make a new one. So it's fun. It took me a long time, because what I did was I had two cameras going, thinking I was all fancy. Not so much. I am not a camera person, and I got to stick to just one camera. So anyway, editing takes a while, and it's a challenge, but I'm getting there. Definitely getting there. I'm going to stop doing this anytime now. So speaking of tutorials, I want to do a follow-up on the tutorial I did for the scrubbies. And the reason I want to do it is because I have to apologize to you, because it's not going to work with all the yarns that I said it would work with. So although this came out nice and thick, and I love how thick it is, I don't think I would use this as a double thickness as a kitchen cloth. I would use it single as a kitchen cloth, but it's not scrubby. And let me see if I am, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm live and everything. Can somebody give me a smile or something just to let me know I'm up and current, because I've got one thing over here and one thing over there, and it's a little different. But anyway, so I have to apologize to you, because this yarn is the only yarn that I'm finding is working really good with that tutorial. So unless you can find something similar, thank you guys, unless you can find something similar to this yarn, I wouldn't double it. So you can take that tutorial, like this is the Scrubology yarn from Yarn Bee. Is this from, oh, it's Hobby Lobby brand. So if you make it, just do it single on this one. Although this is great. Boy, I'm loving this. So make it a little bit smaller, or the bigger one for the pots and pans. So those work. But I am headed to Goodwill today to see if I can find any more yarn this material. I tried this scrubby yarn. I don't like it. It's almost, I don't know. I'm going to have to go in and actually touch the different yarns and see which ones I like, because I don't know. So while the pattern is great and the tutorial is good, even though you can't see what I'm doing, I work on that. I've got a new camera angle. You can definitely use them, but use your judgment as far as doubling it or what yarn you use. If you use the regular cotton, you're going to need something scrubby-ish on the outside for the scrubby part. But so that's the one tutorial I put up. The t-shirt one, that was fun because I'm over here at my desk, but my Cricut machine is over there. So I had to stop, bring the iPad over, get a video of myself loading it in. It's all, yeah, Karen, I'm not sure I want to try the scrubby yarn, but I'm going to keep looking to see if I can find something similar to this yarn that I found at Goodwill. So stay tuned. So I did just do a video this morning at like 4 o'clock on plants. So you all know, let me grab them. I have my babies, my little baby plants here. All of them in this corner over here, you see how much taller they are? They're ready to go in pots. Okay, and I'm looking around, I don't have room to put them. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, figure something out. But they're ready to go in dirt. So I got to get them transplanted. So I was transplanting one of them, and I decided to do a little tutorial on how to make sure your plants are, if you use something other than a regular traditional planter, you got to make sure your plants are not irrigated. What's the word I'm looking for? Drain. You got to make sure you have drainage on there. So I'm glad you enjoyed the Cricut tutorial. That was cool. I'm going to do one on the mugs as well, as soon as I get my mugs. Right now I have mugs that I got that are not the right kind. They have to be the certain specific type. So I got to get them so that once you cook on the lettering, it stays on. If not, it literally comes right off. There was one that, it was a white mug, and I'm like, oh, it's shiny, it's ceramic, it looks like it's perfect. So I went through the whole thing. I wasted the ink, which is very expensive. I mean, you don't have to finance it, but it's expensive enough. And I wasted a sheet of it on that mug because when I put it in the dishwasher, it all came off. So my advice to you on the Cricut is to make sure you use the right type of mug, or you're wasting your time and your ink. So the amount you spend on the right mug makes up for it. I'm just going to check. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Lily. Yes, Sarah, all is well in the world, although it is cloudy, and I think the snow stopped, but it was snowing a minute ago. Yesterday was ridiculous. The wind yesterday was so crazy here in upstate New York. Like, we had gusts of up to 50 miles an hour, and stuff was blowing around the deck. It was just terrible. Poor little Fritz went to go outside, and he's like, no. And he's so little. I think I told you before, I keep a potty pad for him in the room by the cat box, because why not? It's what they do in there. And he does not like to use it. He actually acts like he's embarrassed when he has to use it. But yesterday he used it. Yeah, yesterday the weather was crazy. Today, I mean, it doesn't look windy out. Excuse me. But it was snowing enough where I couldn't see across the river this morning. So hopefully that's over as well. I know, we're halfway through February. We're getting there. But February and March are the worst months here in upstate New York, because one day it can be beautiful, the next day it's this. February and March, they lie to you a lot. So they're like, oh, it's going to be beautiful, and then like in a day, it's terrible. So, oh, Sarah, yeah, the wind was crazy. And then all of a sudden, just like at 7 o'clock, it stopped. So, again, Mother Nature decides what Mother Nature wants to do. But speaking of what month it is February what? 17th. February 17th. My grandson is due in 17 days. Oh my gosh, 17 days. Cut it out. I'm so excited. I can't even, like, I want to text her every second of every day, but I know I'll drive her crazy. So I don't do it. But I can't. I want to be like right next to her. How do you feel? What do you need? I don't want to be that mom, but I want to be that mom. You know what I mean? Her whole life, I've always been, I don't like when something hurts her, or when, obviously you're a mom, but I get really upset and I try to fix it. This I can't fix, and I know what she's in for. And I mean, obviously, most of us have been through it. You know it's over soon, and then you get this cute little thing to play with. So, oh, Rock and Emma, you've got our win today. Nice. Yeah, Sarah, I can't even express, because I don't know what I'm in for. Like everybody's like, "Oh, it's the best part of your life," and I don't know how it's going to change her, how it's going to change me, how it's going to change our relationship. I know that when I had my daughter, my relationship with my mom changed a bit, quite a bit actually. I became, what's the word I'm looking for? I became the enforcer. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I was the protector. I knew my mom knew how to take care of a baby, but no matter what, I wanted my daughter in my arms. So it's just the way it is. We all get it, right? You're super protective of your kids. So hopefully she'll ask me for some advice. Hopefully I won't drive her crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited. And while I'm thinking of it, Renee, I'm going to drive over this week because you're off. So I'm going to drive over this week and drop off your winnings from a week or so ago. Sorry it's taken me so long. This week, one was so filled with stuff, it was crazy. And two, it flew by so fast. Like, it's Saturday already. I can't even believe it. So I'll touch on it real quick. I did start, I started substitute teaching. Is that, it's more like a teacher's aide. So I just was in the room with the teacher. Well, for most of it, I was in a room with a teacher. And I don't know, I almost felt like, I get it, it was my first day and maybe they just didn't know what I was capable of or whatever, but I almost felt like I didn't need to be there. Now, I know a couple of you are teachers on here or were teachers. So the teacher's aide, is that, because the reason I'm going to ask this next question is the teacher themselves actually almost seemed a little put off when I walked in. They're like, "Oh, well, we're just doing this so you can hang out if you want." Or so is the teacher's aide a good thing, or do they make you have them, is I guess the question I'm asking. Um, but I loved it. Oh my goodness, the kids were great. I had so much fun. The only thing I didn't love was the stairs and the 3 minutes between classes. That is not enough time. Not enough time at all. Mm-mm. Up and down the stairs and this and that. Oh my goodness. So, and when I was in school, we only had 7 periods, and then eighth period was like the extra that you had to take the first late bus. But in this, now they have 10. So the last period of the day is a flex period, and I don't know. It was weird, but I had a blast. Everybody was super nice, and it was a really good time. I can't wait for them to call me back, although they're on vacation this week, so it won't be this week. Oh, all right. No, I was actually just an aide in whichever room they needed me. So I was not just with one kid or just with one teacher. They said once you get established, you can set up, like, I just would like to be in this room or I just would like to be in that room. So I guess that might be it. The person that called in sick that I was filling in for, um, I had to fill in several different rooms. So that might have been it. Um, my niece actually now just took a full-time position in this school season as in one room, so I get it. Yeah, it was pretty neat. And then there was a couple, 2 classes where it was just me and the kids. So it was kind of like a study hall. One was actually reading development, and one was a study hall. And I was glad that I brought my crochet survival pack because I actually used it. And a couple of the kids were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" and this and that. So it was neat. Um, I like it. I like the process, and hopefully it continues. So All right, you guys want to do a giveaway? We've been on here 15 minutes. You want to do a giveaway? One of these t-shirts. So if you would like to be in the giveaway, oh, I could start a crochet club. Renee, you're brilliant. Good morning, Debbie. Better late than never. Don't you worry about it. So anyway, if you would like to win this t-shirt or that one, I don't know which. I'm going to do two. Go ahead and write the word creative in the chat. And as you write the word creative, I will put you into my wheel of names. As you know, I use this wheel of names for everybody. So if you write the word creative, I'm going to write everybody's names in here. Aunt Beck's Creations, hello. Sorry if I'm getting quiet for a second. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so I can't type and do this at the same time. Okay, Lily. Renee, you're checking on me, right? Sarah Larson. Turn Karen H and the Karen G. Yep, both my Karens. And Renee, who does such a great job as my moderator. Thank you so much. I don't even know what you do on the back end, but I know you do a great job because nothing crazy gets through here. Emma. And Aunt Bix. Yep, got it. All right. So I got Ruth. Ooh, Ruth. Here we go. Ruth, you got your yarn. That's awesome. Very excited that you got it. If you guys could, when you get your stuff, if you could just shoot a picture of it up on the Facebook page, that would be awesome. Just so we can kind of chat about it, see what each other's winning, see, maybe see what you do with it. This piece of hair is driving me crazy. You tuck that in there. There we go. It's a short drive, right? All right. So I've got Karen H, Aunt Bex, Lily, Sarah, Karen G, Renee, Emma, Ruth. How am I doing? I think I've got everybody so far. I'm going to give it just a couple seconds. Make sure I have everything. Make sure Renee's double checking me because she's so good at that. All right. And then I can make sure everybody's name is on the wheel. I'll tell you, this wheel of names is really cool. So you can see I put everybody on there. A little bit of glare on there. There we go. All right, let's hope, because I do have music on here, so let's hope the music works. Got everybody's name, and well, that's a fun song. Karen H, you are the winner of a t-shirt. So there we go, the Be Creative t-shirt. Just to let you know, for those of you that do not win a t-shirt, they are up in my Etsy store, and I will put a link if I can find it. Renee, I don't suppose you could find that link for me, could you? I don't know. Anyway, if you can't, I'll dig it out and find it. But so yay, that's so fun, Karen. How exciting. So this one's navy blue, and this one is gray. They're charcoal gray. They're both adult female large, and they're both made by Apartment 9 is the manufacturer of them. I think that's from Kohl's, isn't it? I believe so. Karen, just make sure I have your mailing address so you can, oh, you're so great. Thank you, Renee. Okay, that's fine. I will make sure you get that, and make sure I have your mailing address. So here is my I think I do, but better safe than sorry, right? And there's my email address. So if you want to go ahead and send me your mailing address, just to make sure, like I said, I'm working on a spreadsheet, but while we're here in the live, in the chat, I want to make sure you guys know to reach out and let me know your mailing address. That's all right. If you just wake up. Okay, perfect, Karen. Thank you. You just I know it's early. It's a Saturday morning. I get it. So it's fine. It's just a matter of I do this now. I do the live now so that I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. So, do you want to talk about some stitches that I've been working on? Since we've got a lot of crochet people on here, I've got a bunch of stitches. Now, let me preface this by saying that these are stitches that I've learned from Bag a Day Crochet. She is the one who has taught me all the stitches I know. And I mean, I've made up a couple by accident actually, but I use them and I've shown them to you. So why don't we go through some of the stitches that I have here. I have swatches for. So let me just knit classmate bring. Oh, that's cool. So quick backstory on my crochet. My daughter actually gave me this new hobby. She had asked me one year, what do you want for Mother's Day? And it was only 2022. She said to me, what do you want for Mother's Day? And I was like, well, I don't want her to spend money on me that I'm not going to use. So I said to her, I have always wanted to crochet. So she got me a crochet book and a set of hooks. And that was all she wrote. And now I love it. I'm crocheting at least a few hours a day, every day. Sometimes I'm crocheting just for the movement, just for whatever. It's very much a comfort for me. And sometimes I actually have a project like, I started this one recently. So I had 2 skeins of this yarn, which was super thin. And you're going to see there's ends I need to tie in. But so I didn't want to do just super thin. So I put them together. You can see here, I put them together, wound them in a ball, and now I'm using them with my Schitt's Creek yarn. So they're the same softness, and I love it. So that's my project right now, but I also sometimes just really, thank you, Karen. And I am hooked, pun intended, Sarah. I am hooked. I get it. So yeah, it's hard to focus on finishing something because I've told you before, I get the finishes. I gotta finish. So I will do something like these scrubbies where I can start it and finish it within an hour. And then I'm like, okay, I've accomplished something. Sometimes blankets just take me too long. I set them aside because I get frustrated. But these swatches that I'm doing and learning stitches from Bag a Day, they are the ones that they help me with the gotta finish. So let's start with this one. This one might be close to one of my favorites. And you're gonna see tails hanging out because with these swatches, I don't tuck my tails. I don't tuck my tails because I don't know, I just don't. So this is called the block stitch. It's a repeat of 4 plus 1 for the chain. And then it is a 2-row repeat, and it really comes out pretty. I really like it. It's a nice sturdy stitch, and yeah, it would really be a pretty blanket, or even, could you see a cardigan made of that? That would be beautiful. And let's see, here's a fun one. This one's kind of fun, the puff shell. And you can see, let's see if I can get it to, there we go, look at it this way. See how they puff out? So that's really neat. They puff out, and it's the way that you do them that makes them look like they're puffing, but they're really attached. So this one it's called the 3D puff shell. It's done in any even, and it's also a 2-row repeat. So that one's nice. I wish you could see. And also in the tutorial, Crystal does show you how to even up the end once you're done. All right, what do we got? What's next? Yes, or a cowl. That would be very nice for that, for this stitch, or a cape or anything. I love this stitch. All right, so what's next? I have the even moss stitch. This is super easy. Any odd for your base chain, any odd number, and it is a 1 row repeat. So those are my favorites. It's got great texture and it fills in nicely. So you can use this for anything. I mean, if you do this with the cotton, you can do it for a kitchen towel, a kitchen cloth, anything you want. So it's really nice. And the way it's taught, I'm trying to see, okay, you can see the texture right here. So you can see it gives it, there we go, a little bit of texture on it. So that's really cool. And what I'm doing with these, I'm not telling you what yarn I'm using because they're all scrap yarn. So I'm just reaching in the box behind me, pulling out a ball of yarn and working with it. So bear with me on that. All right, so here is the double crochet herringbone. Again, a really pretty stitch. And it is any number of stitches, any at all. And it is a 1 row repeat. Again, one of my favorite. So this is the double. Now you can do the single or the half double. You just do a variation of it when you're doing it on your own. Sorry, Renee, looks like you're working pretty hard. I apologize. So here, now, full disclosure on this one. I have found out that I am not a fan of corner to corner. I know, I'm so sorry, Renee. I'm so sorry. So I am not a fan of corner to corner. And the problem is I got to pay attention too much. I like crochet where I can just sit and relax and do the, you know. So sorry that I'm just, well, good. If Aunt Beck, maybe there is a trick that I'm missing. Maybe there's something that I'm missing on the corner to corner, because you can see where I'm not very consistent with it. And that's why I stopped. I was like, okay, this doesn't look like it's supposed to, because at this point I'm supposed to go back down and make the other side of the corner. I might try it again as a challenge to myself, but again, this is with the moss stitch. So it's a corner to corner moss stitch. It is a 1 row repeat, and there's no stitch count, obviously, because each row gets longer and then shorter again. Okay, I will. Let me see, what's next? This one's super easy. The single ribbed. So this is just a play on the single crochet. It gives it a little extra texture, nice and airy. This would make a nice light wrap or a nice light throw. Maybe put it in your camper, and if you're sitting out and it's a little chilly, just wrap it around your shoulders. But this is a pretty stitch. It's any count, again, any count at all, and it's a 1 row repeat. So that's really cool. And all of these can be found at Bag O' Day Crochet. She has a list of tutorials. She's got hundreds and hundreds of them. Any stitch you need to learn, she'll show you how to do it. So, all right, let's see. This one is the braided cable. Okay. I did not do well with this one. I did not do well at all with this one. You can, first of all, you can see where I messed up. It was too good. It's a beautiful stitch, and you can see when it's done right, like right there, it really looks pretty. But I struggled with it, so I said, okay, I'm going to put this up as, I just need to make sure I'm practicing, and I'm going to put this in a pile of, this needs more practice. So the braided cable, it's a 4 row repeat, and it takes 12 stitches to make the braided cable, and then you put however many stitches you want on each side of it. So it's a little more difficult, but it's really worth it. So, oh, that would be great, Renee. Show that. That would be cool. Renee's mom takes cross stitch patterns and puts the design into blankets. Wow. Now I know where you get your creativity, Renee. Just saying. Um, Here is a fun stitch that I used the wrong yarn on. So this is a bubble drop. It's really cute though. So if you can see, I'll turn it this way, you can see the texture. See the bubble right there? Or bobble drop, bubble drop, bubble. It's a 4-row repeat and it's really cool. I think with not so busy yarn, it would really be pretty. What is this? Okay. Renee, you're earning your stripes today. I apologize. And then the last one I have to show you is the bear claw. This one's super pretty. So there's the bear claw. You can see right there is actually the little paw print right there. Really pretty. I could see myself having trouble color blocking this because it, depending on how long you make your blanket, is how long, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful stitch and I love it. And you can see right here the little paw print, which is adorable. But you can also see that I think I messed it up because why is there that on the end and that on that end? Because the yarn changed. That's why. See? Color changing. So. Oh, now knitting. So I do have knitting needles and I have tried only a couple times to do knitting. I don't know. My brain just won't get it. I'm not giving up and I'm not saying that I'm never going to try it again. But I'm saying that it is a challenge for me and it's a challenge that I accept in 2024 to try to figure out how to do it. So that'll be a thing. The thing is, I learned everything from Crystal at Bag a Day and she does not knit. So there you go. My brain prefers crochet too. Oh, that's fun, Addie. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so there's so many things you can do with crochet. So what I do is if I'm making something and it doesn't come out quite right, like an amigurumi or something like that, I will turn it into a dog toy. So I'll just put a rattle or a squeaker inside of it, stitch it up and throw it to my dog Fritz, and he loves it. He plays with it. So it's fun. All right. Would you like to do the second giveaway? I think it is time. Karen, I do the same thing. I've used knitting needles for a lot of stuff. So I did, well, I found a bunch of them at the Goodwill, so I grabbed them. And I'm like, well, maybe someday I'll learn to knit. Maybe not. But anyway. All right, so what do you want? If you want to win a t-shirt, what word can I use? How about write the word Fritzy? F-R-I-T-Z-Y. I'll put it in there for you. That's my dog's name. So if you want to be in the drawing for the other t-shirt, go ahead and write Fritzy. And he might come in here because he hears me talking about him, but you never know. So I do have a tutorial on these, and I do have them up in my Etsy store. I'm going to take down one of them. And then the other one. So I actually made this. And that's my little Fritzy right there. I made this on my Cricut. I'm telling you, I love that machine. All right, pay attention, Kim. You're missing people. Hold on, let me set this down. Hold up, everybody. All right. So we've got Aunt Bex, Addie, Renee. Here we go. Aunt Bex, return, Addie. Emma, Lily, Ruth, Karen. Okay, so you'll be going soon. Let me see. I got both Karens. I got Aunt Bex, Lily, Sarah, Emma, Ruth, and Addie. Anybody else? Addie, Fred, Karen. So I think we're good at that. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. Give it a couple seconds. Make sure everybody is in that wants to be. And hopefully, well, while we wait, I'm going to make sure I have it customized so it's a random song. Yeah, because that's more fun. That is more fun. Aunt Bex, are you on there? Yes, you are. Emma's on there. Okay. All right, so here we go. I've got everybody. Looks good, right? We're going to random song. Ooh, that's terrible. All right, Karen, since you won the last one, I'm going to go ahead and run it one more time. Sorry, I forgot. I know, Renee, I'm so sorry. So let's do that again. I apologize. Karen, you don't really want 2 t-shirts, right? So, well, there we go. All right, Ruth. Ruth, you are the winner of another t-shirt, of the second t-shirt. So that's pretty cool. I will get that. And Ruth, I do have your address, but go ahead, if you wouldn't mind, just send me an email anyway, just to make sure I have it. Always better safe than sorry. Sorry, I'm bending over, but I dropped a ball of yarn on the floor and we don't want Fritz to get a hold of it. So awesome. So it's very exciting that you guys remember, sorry, I'm trying to read this and I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. So anyway, if any of you want the t-shirts, there is the link there to my Etsy store. Yeah, so I hope you guys had fun. I think a half hour is good today. I don't want to take up all of your Saturday, and we will be back tomorrow. So remember, if you like my channel, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. We are up to 825 people. It's very exciting. So please watch the videos, share my channel with as many people as you can, and come on back tomorrow. We will have a cup of coffee and we'll be a little creative. You have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming, everybody. Bye.